Hey everyone, it's Katie Myers, CEO of CR Conversations, founder of the Conversation Club, and author of Fortune is in the Failure. And today is a chilly Tuesday here in Denver, Colorado. And that means it is Talk It Out Tuesday. So I am bringing to light something that you may not recognize that you do to yourself often. I know that I have talked about like the assumptions that we make and kind of ways that we harm ourselves throughout the sales process in the past, but I really want to bring to light, especially around this time of year, with being at almost the end of the year, we start to do a lot of reflection and a lot of planning. And one of the things that really comes to light is your mindset. I know that some of you may be feeling that a little bit defeated. Maybe you didn't reach the goals that you wanted to this year. Maybe you're scrambling and hustling super hard to try to make it happen between now and the end of the year. Or even just in your reflection, you're seeing that there were some shortcomings, right? Well, I want you to really think about the reasons for those F words, your failures, right? And I want you to really think about your mindset as to either how you were showing up or what you were doing, either intentionally or unintentionally, to self-sabotage. So let's think about the timeline of sales conversations, right? So first opportunity would be meeting somebody brand new, maybe at a networking event. And then we would invite them to connect, right? Do some type of getting to know you meeting. Then we might, if we identify them as a prospect, we might then, bring them into an introductory consult, more of an intentional sales conversation, and then onboard them and then keep them as a client, retain them, love on them, maybe ask for referrals, testimonials, things like that. The other scenario is that you meet with prospective person, they don't end up coming on with you right away, and ideally you would then be putting them into your follow-up strategy, perhaps the 8-touch follow-up strategy, hint, hint, wink, wink. And then you're gonna stay in front of them for that relationship to come to fruition. Or you are meeting with somebody and they don't necessarily fall into a prospective bucket right away or ever. And so then there's different opportunities, perhaps a collaborative partnership, perhaps a affiliate or referral partnership, or maybe there's somebody that you need as a resource or as a vendor in your business. So there's all of these different ways that the conversation can go, right? Well, let's think about how many times you sabotage yourself throughout that process. So first place that people normally sabotage themselves is when walking into a networking event. Couple of different ways that we self-sabotage. Number one, we go in thinking, I'm here for clients only. Right? You're immediately putting up walls and putting yourself in the mindset and intention of selling. Now, I know none of you want to be that person. You want to be the person that is here to serve other people. And yes, serving can bring you money. So that's the first way that we self-sabotage. Just by walking into a room, not having the right mindset. Am I here to sell or am I here to serve? Having closed-mindedness around the people that are going to be in that room. Not everyone is going to be your client, but you have to open up your mind to the other possibilities of what these relationships could do for you if you bring them to fruition. Okay, so that's one place we sabotage. Now let's take it into the next conversation that we would have in building a relationship with someone. The getting to know you meeting. Well, again, we start self-sabotaging by thinking that this person they're either a client or they're not, right? So again, we are closing the doors to opportunities for that person to serve us in other ways or for us to serve those people. Now, a really great place that we all start to self-sabotage is by not doing our responsibility in the first place, by offering up opportunities to connect with people. We sit back and we wait at that networking event for people to come up to us or people to pass us, connection slips or referral slips or leads or something like that. Yet we may not actually be doing anything to contribute to the group, right? You get what you give. Okay, so again, intentionally or unintentionally, we are self-sabotaging because we're not doing the things that are going to move our business and other people's lives forward. So if we're not asking people to connect, we're having closed-mindedness around the people that are going to be in the room or people we could connect with. We're also closed-minded about the relationships that we can develop. Let's talk about where we self-sabotage when it comes to follow-up. I know, dramatic pause on that, because I know for a fact that about 90% of the people that come to work with me, their biggest shortfall is in the follow-up, because we start to make those assumptions. We start to make decisions for people that we don't have the right to make. Therefore, we are self-sabotaging to never be successful, to never build that relationship, to never impact, to never serve. Okay? Let's take it even further. Let's say that person does become a client with you, or is a collaborative partner, or is somebody that you are building a relationship with. We self-sabotage because we just stop. We stop thinking about them. We stop showing our love and our support and our commitment to them. We don't have customer retention plans in place. We don't have, just top of mind awareness. These are all things that are not only hurting the relationships that we're building or not allowing them to begin in the first place, but we are sabotaging ourselves ultimately in the process. So why do you think that we're doing this? I'm going to go ahead and say probably unintentionally. But again, this is where the assumptions come in. We start making decisions for people that aren't in our position to make. We start thinking that they're not interested, that I'm too expensive, that I don't have anything worth offering, whatever the crap is that we put into our minds. So with thinking about this, and yes, this whole time I have been saying we, because I am not exempt from self-sabotage. I've become a little bit more aware of it in my teachings and in my profession. But it's something that we have to reflect on. So when you're looking back at what you've done so far in 2018, and you're projecting forward and dreaming and planning for 2019, I want you to think about, what is your pattern of self-sabotage? Where do you really fall short? Where do you really kick yourself and keep yourself from advancing forward into success? It's something to really think about. Because once you identify these, just like with any other F word that I talk about at CR Conversations, any other F word that you identify, first, once you own it, then you can change it. So think about these things. Where do you self-sabotage? I would love to hear your comments below, or feel free to reach out to me individually if you want to start a conversation around it. So if you feel like you are a self-sabotager and maybe you need some accountability in that, or some support around it, or some training around maybe processes or systems to be able to keep you moving forward, join the club. I have all kinds of Black Friday offers that end in a couple of days. If you want to take advantage of them, you may. I'm going to drop information below, but get some help. That's how we change. That's how we grow. Invest in yourself. Invest in your business. In whatever it ends up being, wherever you see your shortfalls, wherever you see and identify that you have been self-sabotaging, I want you to think about how you can invest in yourself to change it. That's my tip for you today on Talk It Out Tuesday. I hope you have a fantastic day. I will talk to you soon, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Did you like the video? Well, I hope so. And if you did, go ahead and click
like, and subscribe to this channel. That way you can get free trainings from me every single week directly on YouTube. Now, if you feel like you are needing a little bit more and are ready to really own those F words and overcome your failures, well, then it is time for you to head on over to crconversations.com, and you can click on the book tab and get a copy of Fortune is in the Failure. Now, this book is going to be the DIY version of what I take my clients through every day. And while you're on the website, feel free to peruse. There are some great resources, tips, blogs, all sorts of things to really help you own those F words and find sales success. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.